creating this artwork all over the country where there have been gay bashing sites, or where somebody has been either killed, murdered, beaten, or targeted specifically because they are gay. I started doing them in Los Angeles about 22 years ago, and I did about 30 or 40 there. Then I came to New York and I did a bunch here. And with the Call Me Ishmael project, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to do them wherever I can. First time I did it, it just really I was so angry. There were thousands and thousands of gay men who just walked by this spot where I had been attacked, and 2 other people had been attacked too. And people walked by the next day, they had no reason to believe or think or imagine that this has happened. It's like it didn't happen. So that's why I marked it. A bunch of guys in a pickup truck were coming down the street. They had baseball bats and chains. They're screaming fags, fags to everybody, faggots. And, it came to a corner. I said, well, what? I said, hey, stop. I confronted them, which I probably shouldn't have done. I gave an old, and they jumped out and they attacked me. So I had some broken ribs and a lot of bruises and cuts.
Did they catch them?
They caught one of them, and we went to trial, and he got away. He got away with it. It's really hard to prove things. Just like the Trayvon Martin thing, they couldn't prove that guy did it either.
So after that first time was when you made the first body?
Yeah, after the first time I made 3 bodies.
How did you choose the people that you represented?
Well, in those days there was nothing, there was no internet, so we just had to go by what showed up in the paper. And then because I was in court, there were other gay bashing survivors in court. After I'd put up about 30 of them all over West Los Angeles, people began to see, oh my God, there are this many gay bashings going on, because they were multiplying. They'd go for a stroll around West Hollywood and they would come across one, they'd say, what's that? It would said bashed by it. And they'd come across another, oh my God, another one. And then pretty soon they've gone over 10 in just a period of a few minutes. All this is chalk and water. All it really is chalk and water, wink, wink.
So the second time that you were gay bashed,
a group of guys with golf clubs this time had attacked me and Keith down in the West Village, and they hit him over the head with a golf club, and he lost half of his hearing. And he was a classical music composer, so it was a significant thing for him to lose half of his hearing. He was also working on a commission for the Florida Philharmonic. So he had this commission, this major orchestral commission that had to be done literally in a month. And I was about to go to Greenpeace. I had just become a campaign director. I had just been handed this huge job running a national campaign. My job was literally to save and change the world, and that was going to be my job come Tuesday morning when I started my new job in DC. But there I was laid up, bruised and beaten and taking care of Keith. It was quite an ordeal, but I survived it. Keith didn't survive. It ended up killing Keith. He didn't understand how people could be so horrible. I mean, I had seen it before, so I already knew, but he had a really gentle soul, and they got to him. They really did. They got to him. He ended up very depressed, and in the end, it ended up taking his life. That's the thing that people don't quite understand, is that groups of guys get together and they go hunting for gay men. They look for really small, weak men who are not necessarily going to be able to defend themselves.
but they were caught, right?
They were caught. They went to jail for 7 years.
But now
They're free. They're free, and they're out there, and you could be next.
Did you get a notification when they were
I did
turned
not
out?
get a notification.
So they could be walking down the street right now.
So they can do it. That's right. They can see, oh my God, that's the guy beat up. He put me in jail. You don't think I think about that? Those guys might come looking for me because I put them in jail. I'm very easy to find. They could find me. They could come hunt me down and give me a revenge killing. Some people think that I'm going to be assassinated by doing this, by bringing out the attention to these hate crimes, because there are so many of them. There are way more than anybody could ever imagine. And I want people to think about the people who are murdered, and I want people to think about the fact that there are people out there who might attack them just because they perceive them to be different. They don't even have to be different. Well, when you're a gay man or a lesbian, or it's worse if you're a transgender, it's a lot worse if you're a transgender person of color, the moment you realize that you're a gay person, all of us have one overwhelming feeling. all share, and that is that we all realize that we are in danger, because that's why people are afraid to come out. Not because they're ashamed anymore. It's not because they're embarrassed, because they literally are fearing for their lives, and rightfully so. It's a very simple design that I created 22 years ago, but what it tells you is that something happened here and something bad happens to happen here. Even without any language or anything else, there's something in there that tells you you could be in danger, because all these people are still free.